draft, but instantly once that bounty comes out that early, Liquid, they have this lineup, they've got the Breaker, they've got a lot of good catch. Rezo, obviously on one of his very comfortable heroes here at TI, that Weaver that he's carried many a game upon, but they've got a lot of lockdown. This is a game where Lincoln's, it may not be enough to keep that Weaver alive in the fight, with lots of ways to break through it, and lots of big, heavy control, whether it be the Reaper's Scythe, the Primal Roar, that could cause issues for the Weaver. Yeah, definitely. And tons of ways to break it. With Mana Leak, there's so many ways that they can do that. And with these lane matchups that they're already kind of getting, it's going to be the Coddle and the Beastmaster bottom pressuring.
30 seconds.
So they have the Coddle has to watch his position. Beastmaster does a bit too. But if they have sentries down, they can just watch themselves wherever the bounty is. As long as they can keep track of where Roger is, they can do very well in their lanes. Every single one is pretty much a winning matchup except for the Necro mid versus the Puck. Puck favors a little bit higher than that because of the base damage advantage. And it might be a bounty hunter lurking in between the lanes, so we'll see if he gets away with this as well. He's after rune spot, Roger. Already a charge coming out. He's gonna try for it for sure. He gets himself on top of it, looks for it, and he'll take it. Empire get themselves 3 of the bounty runes there. Nice little way there for Roger and the gang to begin. Let's take a look if they blocked any camps. So they did block the one. Okay. Liquid did actually block the pole this time around. So we've been seeing a lot of these dual pressuring aggro lanes to make sure that they can't pull the wave back. And it's Dire. So Dire always wants to be blocking that pole camp since the lane meets at a better equilibrium. We'll see how much Rezo gets out of this laning stage. We've seen how many times previously, if Rezo gets a lead early, he's very good at playing it safe. Very few deaths I feel on Rezo as a whole throughout this tournament. Incredibly safe carry. Bottom lane already, GH trying to come in with the blast, but damage is returned. Down to half health, will be forced back, and it looks like at the moment this presence from the 2 supports on Empire down bottom, doing a very good job at keeping this off lane away from resolution. You can tell where their focus is. Yeah, they're like, okay, Rezo is our big winning condition for this game. It's like a single carry Weaver, so he has to get an amazing start. Look at this, in fact, with the cast, some decent bounces off the range creep. Now I'm going to make a bit of a go here onto Mind Control. Now I'm going to try and turn towards the bounty hunter, charges there as well. But a little too far away, of course. He comes from the other side of the map. See if he continues with it. Doesn't look like he's going to hold back. He's going to continue flying across the map here. Liquid's very low on regen in this dual aggro. They actually KuroKy might... can they get away with this? He's got a dust too. Yeah, this should be able to get him. Potential first blood with Liquid surrounding Roger. Can they get him out of there? That's the question. But Poshka does have the cast. Resolution now turning. In fact, Liquid do have to be careful as well. Rezo gets the Shikuchi hit, but in fact it's going to be the mid lane where Miracle gets a solo kill onto FN. That was not expected from. That's never expected. That matchup can be very one-sided in some situations, but Miracle, very comfortable laner. Getting a solo kill in that situation, absolutely huge there. There must have been some like overstepping of the bounds, maybe Orb try to get on the high ground and then just got chased out, unexpected damage. Kuro now, secondary dust thrown on. Oh, he's ready to go for Roger again, indeed. Roger, see how he plays his way out of this. Of course, he just wants the bounty rune. Oh, he's going to get it as well. And he should be fine getting out. No one else from the side of Empire heading over. Kuro getting away with that CS in the mid lane despite that death on the puck. Very even at the moment. Yeah. Necro has a pretty high in-game, so your base damage gets better and better in that lane matchup as it goes on. And the double nulls, of course, as we've been seeing happen very often in all those mid laners, you get double of your stat from priority item, so you can just have an easier time laning. Definitely the scariest lane at the moment being that top lane. The fact that this Ghostic, Brood is absolutely dominating this lane, MATUMBAMAN. He's getting eaten every time the spiders walk up. Very low armor hero, the Bat Rider. He's able to get a lot of sticky stacks though. If you can see the actual Broodmother hero, he can get a dust off and they can probably turn and kill him pretty easily. But it's all about having that vision and knowing exactly where he is. Like with the Sentry Ward down. I mean, Ghostic's trying to go, but still there's a lot of spiders on him. Kuro's going to be coming in with a charge as well. Firefly onto MATUMBAMAN, does have a couple of stacks. Pops the stick charges though, trying to man up onto Ghostic, and with the spiders he may just get this. No, he can't. He does get him, okay. Looks like MATUMBAMAN, did he get out as well? He's out of range of the Sentry, and he's fine now. No more detection on Roger. MATUMBAMAN survives. Saving all those stick charges. A little bit of a bait play there coming out from Matu. Playing the lane very well. And now they force movement, so Bounty Hunter went top, and now it alleviates bottom lane for GH and Mind Control to start attempting to pressure Rezo a bit. But like we said, they really emphasize on making him farm.
And now they're actually turning on GH. They get the Maledict and the stun, and GH is going to
The bugs on both, yeah, GH.
Rezo might drop
surviving.
though. He's got the stick charges.
He could turn and try and have a bit of a punch back into mind control if he wants. He's thinking about it as he heads forward, but well, the next Treat Wave come in, he will hold back. But at the moment, you know, Empire, as you say, with the way they start the lanes, wanting to make sure Rezo has a good start, and they're certainly getting that. It's just that it's costing them up towards the top half. Mid lane, not so much. Sure, there was that one kill, but other than that, FN still standing pretty strong against Miracle in this 1v1 matchup.
That kill could be big though, because now Miracle's going to get level 6 way earlier than the Puck does, so they actually have, Necro can go for kills on that Puck very easily with that Reaper side. He's stepping up aggressively, right? He went for it right away, yeah. He's trying to just keep that Puck at bay. Puck has to go back. He doesn't even have bottle yet, so no regen. Now it's going to be quite a Necro favorite matchup with that sustain. Cask actually bounces onto mind control there. May have been able to get push up the RNG, wasn't like that. Roger. I think noting that FN's probably getting 6 soon, trying to plays around the mid lane, but yeah, FN does have the shrine. It's about to be 5 minutes, so that'll be useful.
Still 1-2 at the moment. MATUMBAMAN in the panel said this, you know, Peter was worried this could become the issue, and already, you know, this is a Broodmother that has been pretty much untouched for the start of this lane. He gets involved in a kill. There was only the bounty that came up to try and have a bit of a look in on bringing Matumba down, but even Roger coming in, having the sentry there ready to go, it's not enough. And this MATUMBAMAN Brood is going to become very scary very quickly at this rate. Top of the CS. Roger, finding GH here in the jungle.
This is what Ake was talking about. It really just messes with your farm as a coddle, having that bounty hunter constantly poking you since you're so low armor. Every time he hits you, it's an immense amount of damage.
The courier, and he may just find it here with the wolves.
Oh, and he does. Gets it. That's pretty huge, actually. That surge of gold for the Broodmother and for the Necro mid is going to be very useful.
Will be able to steal the bounty rune here. What the dust to get him on the way out, but Roger can take the safer route on the high ground. Meanwhile, down on him again. Look how low Ghost Stick is. Once more, this pressure. As soon as Kuro joins
Fighters
the force of Matumba.
Many spiders for him to try to turn onto Matumba. Without a pre-sentry ward down, being able to get those initial sticky stacks, he's unable to deal with all those spider
I mean, because of the pressure as well, Matumba's putting on the top lane. Miracle feels safe to play aggressive mid. Roger actually gets the courier because of Miracle's aggression. Now they'll make a bit of a go. Dream Coils drop down. They quite have enough damage though. It looks unlikely. He's still got...
He's very tanky.
You can't kill this Necro with just those two heroes, not at all. But
with the treads as well, you know, tread swap with the stick plus the Ghost Shroud, it's very hard to
in fact, now Roger's the one in trouble. Kuro and GH wrapping around. Do they have detection? They do. One more dust is out. GH to get the kill there with the Illuminate. And that GH's presence there, of course, bring off the back, because I think you called it, what, GH? He
died bottom.
Taken down bottom.
Yeah, Rezo dove behind the tower for him alone, though. So Rezo's putting on aggression by himself. Very important for them for that bottom lane, but the discrepancy between the Necro is really shown to that Puck. 1,200 gold lead for Miracle here.
Yeah, the difference between the offlaners and the mid.
Look how deep he's playing too. May pay for it if there's some lucky bounces.
I don't know.
Between these no lucky bounces.
Yeah, it feels very unlikely with the levels that Miracle has.
Without the coil, all the stick charges saved up, that double or that 75% amplification from Ghost Shroud.
Bottom lane, Rezo, he's being gone upon here. They've got the Primal Roar as well to lock him down. He
the bash?
does not have the ult up. He does have Shikuchi, and that's going to be enough.
That bash actually almost got him killed.
Time lapse now back and available as well for Rezo. If he gets pressured upon again, we'll have that to rely on.
They do have Lasso now on Ghost Stick, so same kind of scenario. They still need to have a pre-sentry ward down so they can see where Matu is, and then 1 or 2 stacks they can go for that dive with the bounty. It's still a very hard kill with all those spider links around. Matu looks like he's going for a Deso rush too, and he's going to have it very soon, to be honest. He's about 500 gold away from that Desolator if he wants to get it right off the bat. Which is pretty absurd.
Look at this mid lane. They're eyeing a Miracle. They do have Dream Coil to set up to allow Ghost Stick to close the gap. Has got Lasso. He will get it off, but already Miracle. He got the first heal. Now the charge from Kuro onto 3. Miracle is just going to look to turn. The Reaper side comes down. Roger's gone. The rest of Empire have to back up. And this really is the problem now. Because of the start Miracle has, it takes so long to even get close to bringing him down that there's more than enough time for Liquid to react.
He's got so many stat items, plus the rain drop. So he absorbed a lot of that damage that was coming out from him. Since right now it's actually for majority of Empire's heroes, it's all magical. It's really just the Weaver who's going to be delivering that physical aspect.
So much pressure on Resolution's Weaver to perform here because that is where Empire did put the focus on making this safe lane happen. But elsewhere, I mean, already just 9 minutes in, starting to get this 3k gold lead. And as you say, with Matumba's build, very close to having this Deso. It's going to be sort of a pre-10-minute Desolator. I mean, Liquid, they've got the lineup that they could just group up, they could push. It's one of the methods, as the panel were talking about, to deal with the Bounty Hunter lineup. And if things go Liquid's way, this game could be over around the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, he's got Deso. I mean, that's one of the fastest Desolators I've ever seen built up.
Empire have to somehow find some way to sort of stop this 5-man from coming together. GH will be found in the jungle. Resolution could be able to get the solo kill here. And indeed he does, so Rezo still doing as much as he can. Bottom lane, Maposhka getting gone upon by Mind Control. Rezo is coming in. Ghostic with the TP as well. Doesn't quite have the lasso, but with the Maledict upon Mind Control.
He's buying out all of his items.
He's going to be falling low. He's going to go down. Rezo picking up the double kill. It's getting him up. He's now on the same net worth pretty much as MATUMBAMAN.
Yeah, you know, they try lane to secure this Weaver farm, and it's happening. But Bounty Hunter.
That's a massive turret. Look how much
that's the Deso.
It had the Deso. I think it had the Veil.
Oh my goodness, that's such a...
That's one of the biggest courier snipes I think we've seen here on the main stage.
Yeah,
no
it's at
doubt
10
about
minutes.
that.
Like, that fact that it's that early with that many items on it is super significant. Matu still is going to be able to pressure the top lane very well, though, as that Broodmother. He gets it down to half health, and more than half health.
What a snipe to have there. Yeah. We'll see how much of a hold it does put onto Liquid's momentum, but yeah, definitely a sizable pick off there from Roger. Roger very, very close to nearing that level 6 as well. So something that's certainly going to help Empire recover on these other cores. And
they're going for Roger.
Yeah, he's gone on. Might some time here. Still goes down. Maybe they can get a kill in return. This is a good paralyzing cast. And with the lasso as well, dragging Miracle back. Resolution's turned up as well with the bugs out. These would be massive kills. And with the Dream Coil, they might just get them, and they do. They take down both Miracle and Kuroki. Big response there from Empire.
All 4 of them making that rotation in, literally everybody. Rezo being extremely involved, as he needs to be. You know, he's the strongest hero on his team at the moment, so he has to make those rotations, those plays around first, to make sure that his team doesn't fall behind. Bounty about to get 6, as you were mentioning. Get that track online. I can try him up to random dust.
He's aware of it, yeah. Pops the dust straight away.
Scan, through the scan first. So it did seem like he knew that.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
But now, same thing. Matu takes that top tower, another 1,400 gold. We have to wait for that courier, though. That courier has all of their big items on it, as you mentioned.
And I think, you know, Roger's courier snipe there may have sort of saved him dying immediately into the Reaper's side. If there was a Veil of Discord in that fight, he would have popped under the ultimate. And now Bottom gets the track out. FN in the neighborhood as well. They'll head forward with their own Veil, bursting this Spirit Breaker down. And with Roger closing the gap, they look to get this one. This is going to be a bit of a track kill. And they'll get it. FN takes the touch. Track kills begin to come into play. And Empire certainly starting to slow down that very much lead that Liquid had. It's still the 3k, but it started to level off at that moment. It was sharply veering in favor of Liquid. Empire managed to stabilize the lead that Liquid have. And
GH has resorted completely to the jungle now. Since his team is forcing so much pressure on the map, he has a lot of more room to try to farm that 4-step.
Dire's middle tower.
They have a very strong push lineup, though. When they can actually group together with this Necro, with the Beastmaster. Oh, actually stopped the TP.
Absolutely worth there for Roger. As for the TP, the build continues from Matumba, going for the Mask of Madness on this Brood, so certainly going to speed up the farm, speeds up the push as well.
Imagine if he had his Deso. He'd be even more farmed than this.
He's going to have
12 minutes, and he's got Deso, Mask of Madness with Soul Ring. It's absurd. Level 12 already on this Brood.
Illusion.
Down bottom lane, coming in with the smoke. They want to try and catch Mind Control straight in with the Blink Dagger reveal from Ghostic. They grab him, bring him back. With the Maledict upon him, there's no hope here for the Beastmaster as Mind Control gets caught out, taken down. Another kill for Resolution, putting him closer towards that ultimate orb.
He's already got one. Yeah, he's going to have a fairly fast Lincoln Sphere. That's pretty relevant this game to not get picked off so much by the Spirit Breaker Beastmaster.
Radiant's top
but however,
tower
he does have
all
majority of the kills on his team, so if he does get brought down, the amount of a big surge of gold will go toward Liquid if they're able to actually isolate him.
I mean, you see sentry down. Liquid getting right back to the base before getting that courier out again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So that there's no chance of Roger In the neighborhood for the time being, Roger, up towards the top.
If Matu lost this courier, he'd be so sad. He's got like 5,000 gold.
This is nice though, straight away with the Mask Man. It's a large spider army and the Desolator.
And Medallion, they've got Beastmaster, they've got the Aura, they've got more than enough to bring this down.
This is going to fall down incredibly quickly, and with the position that Empire are in elsewhere on the map, very unlikely that they're going to head over to this spot.
Matu's not even using Insatiable Hunger. That's how confident he is that they're going to get this one. So for the push, he's going to go through that for the fight, and then hold on to it. 14 minutes. This Broodmother is a menace.
Yeah, and Liquid can seriously think about getting the push together once again, now looking towards some of these tier 2s if they wish. Rezo gets himself the Arcane Rune.
They can continue just forcing pressure and forcing Empire to react to them. Well, like we were talking about, the very important thing is GH's Ags, and slowly but surely, just sitting in the jungle.
I mean, this is the big kill. They will have to do it twice. It looks like they may do it once. They have the trap upon him, now trying to stay with the Insatiable Hunger, but he's held back by the Dream Coil. MATUMBAMAN silenced as well. That's one kill. Can they do it a second time though? GH in the neighborhood. Empire going to come back in. They've got the lasso. They saved it for the second round. Dragging MATUMBAMAN back. Tracks upon him again. Roger trying to fight him, and with the burst from FN, they'll take him down. Aegis gone.
3-man track as well.
Very nice kill there. Bringing down the Broodmother twice. And taking the Aegis away from Liquid that quickly after they pick it up. Big plays there from Empire. Bottom lane, Rezo.
Matu's playing in a very aggressive stance there in the enemy jungle farming. While his team's everyone else was completely away from him. Nobody else was playing around Matu there.
Dire's top tower is
Well, maybe seeing if they can make a play happen here. Rezo and Roger. Eyes towards Miracle. The bugs are out upon him.
He's got no TP, so they will be able to chase him for a bit, but there is backup from Liquid approaching.
Well, doesn't quite have the primal roar back up. And indeed, yeah, a little too hard for Rezo and Roger to chase down.
Kuroki just went on a big warding expedition. Just got 2 very deep, actually 3 very deep wards, watching a lot of what Empire is going to be doing in the next couple minutes. And yeah, here we see the sticky napalm is super obnoxious for Broodmother, having one of the worst turn rates in the game, unable to actually focus on anybody with that Insatiable Hunger. They're looking to go on into again.
They might get away with it. Ghost Stick, can he close this gap? With the all forward, I'm going to jump in another moment, just trying to keep him forced back away from this. Again, this is sort of a similar sort of play that we saw from Empire in previous games, where they have the 4 of them working together. Rezo just giving that bottom lane, making sure that Weaver continues to find the space.
He's got the Lincolns nice and early. Treads and kill it.
6-0-2, a KDA that we've become very much used to seeing on Rezo in the early stages of the game. Very, very few deaths on this map.
Radiant are scanning.
They get the scan out onto what they would probably think of GH. GH has literally just been jungling still. In about 7 minutes, getting closer and closer toward that Agnes. Goes for the 4-step first, as always. But Liquid is very content with seeming to farm, letting Empire make mistakes with all the pressure. Roger
they're going in on him with the Veil upon him and the Reaper's side. There's no escape for that man. Resolution's going to try and turn the Ghost Stick, jumping forward with the lasso. Will grab the Spirit Breaker. Kuro down. Do lose 2 for in the long run, so Liquid are happy with this one. If they can get Rezo, that would be massive. But the Lincolns protects him.
Ghost Stick getting slowed up a lot here, but gets to the high ground.
So Liquid definitely showing us that once they can get a lead in like that, they can find the trades, come out on top. MATUMBAMAN already sweeping back over to Empire's side of the map, has eyes on FN. Those resolutions around as well. Rezo sitting in the middle lane.
It really tells what Liquid's idea is in this game. The fact that he goes for the Deso rather than go for something like an Orchid. Because Orchid this game versus Puck versus Weaver versus back can be extremely potent this, so far. But he wants to be that big physical damage dealer because he is pretty much their one hero. They have a Necro who's going to be building toward that Radiance, as we see Miracle getting very close to it actually. But he is the big physical objective taker. He's the one who hits buildings. He doesn't really care about killing heroes. That's not the nature of Liquid's lineup. It's about that siege.
You know, top Empire looking for the easier kills.
Well, GH is they're gonna chase him down here.
With the blinding light and the 4 stuff, yeah, it's too much. Too much distance for Empire to close. They can look to put some pressure on this top tower. Ghost Stick and Roger in the neighborhood. Lasso. Back up in 25.
GH has like a specific formula. It's always like Tranquils, Windlace, and 4-step. So he's got that extra movement speed to get away from those ganks too. They're so comfortable playing around with this hero. Look at how much they're farming. They're all kind of like positioned around each other. Right now, it's not the time for Liquid to force anything. They're like, all right, finish up our next big items. The Radiance, of course, for Miracle, which is about 100 gold away. We have nothing else that's too massive other than the Ags on the Coddle and perhaps a BKB maybe on the Broodmother.
Top lane GH and my control in there for the defense. Empire though, they still want to jump. Ghost comes in, Primal roars down to the Batrider. But Rezo, he's still ready to fight. Throws out the bugs. There's the track as well. Connection onto GH, forces himself back. But Rezo and Roger chase him down at the tree line. That'll be one track kill. Now mind control. He's surrounded by 3. Does have the backup of Kuro coming in onto Ghostic. Ghostic will go down, but Empire looks like they may just have the cleanup. The Shuriken bounces. Double kill for Rezo. They're into the trees as well. Looking for Kuroki. He'll pop the stick charges, trying to duke it out, but with the track vision, there's no escaping.
Godlike already.
Triple kill for Rezo, all track kills as well there. As he's very close to having that diffusal blade done. In fact, taking this tower will pretty much put him in that position. Lane, Roger. Let's get the track onto Matumba. Rezo already there in position.
God.
Rezo, can he go for this on his own? It's a little bit tricky, this one. This spider is incredibly scary. And with Miracle there, Rezo's got to be careful. Will time-lapse back out of it, knows that this is not a kill he can take.
The damage from Insatiable Hunger and Desolator.
Intrigued to see what MATUMBAMAN goes for next as well. A lot of money on this spider. Almost certainly considering his options. I mean, are there any sort of items that scream out as incredibly good to have early on in this game?
The BKB is decent, just the magic resist AR, the magic Mimi versus Bat and Puck. Or you can go for the Manta to remove that obnoxious track all the time with more defensive ones.
Right, Rezo.
Rezo just non-stop
Wanting to
pressure.
play around with this. They've got the puck here as well. Left vent ready to go. Drops down the Dream Coil. Mind control. He'll turn. He does have a Primal Roar, but he's silenced up. There's no escape for this Beastmaster. And Rezo just continuing the streak. 10 kills already on this Weaver. Yet to die. And that was without the diffusal. He has that now as well.
13 of 14 kills with Rezo running around.
Absolutely insane. Name Aposhka will be fine. Miracle. Quite close enough to get off that Reapers to hold him back. And overall still, as we can see, slight net worth lead here for Liquid.
Yeah, it's about 4K.
Just the fact that Miracle is farming a little bit better, but it's incredibly close.
Yeah. Does look like
GH though, I mean this, it's going to be another freebie here for Rezo and the gang. Tracks out as well. And I mean, Resolution, they're
just giving him every kill.
Loving his life, and this is insane. Rezo is going to be such a threat this match. If he's not shown to be one already. This Weaver becoming a massive issue. MATUMBAMAN, indeed, as you suggested, going for the Manta style to give him a bit of a chance against these silencers, these tracks. Top lane, Kuro jumped upon by Ghostic. It is only Ghostic and Roger. We'll see if they have enough damage. Flame break out, does cancel the charge there. And with him in the Firefly, that should about do it, and it does. Another kill. And I've got to say, 21 minutes into the game, this is so many track kills.
Yeah. He's already hit the level 12 threshold on the Bounty Hunter, so that's where it actually becomes a lot more useful for your teammates and for yourself. You get Rezo mid.
Being eyed up by Matumba and Mind Control. They do have the Primal Roar, but again, without Lincolns, it's hard to make it go. In fact, there's the wraparound around from Roger. FN drops the Dream Coil. Track starts to get laid out. They've got much both. Death track there as well. Matumba getting bursted down low. FN coming forward. The Reaper side down the red. It's not enough. Time lapse is out. Resolution survives. Turns back towards MATUMBAMAN. Matumba, can he survive the Insatiable Hunger? He can't. MATUMBAMAN's down. Kuro looking to charge forward, trying to get the Witch Doctor. Will find it. The Resolution survives. It's just a 1-for-1. Empire only losing the support again. Getting track kills at a big kill as well. Bringing down Matumba, who was at the time top of the net worth.
Rezo living again though. He's becoming way too big, becoming a massive problem. Another track
and
kill.
he just picks up 9 control. In fact, maybe he's got a double damage. Rezo's got a double damage. This is so damn scary. Looks towards Miracle and Kuroki. He'll take the tower first under their nose. And now he says, now I'll come back to look towards you. Does get back down. Can he get out of this one? He's bringing Miracle down there with the Shikuchi. Does it?
Oh my God.
As well. Goes thick with the lasso. Grabs the ace, brings it back. They get the full T-wipe. Empire here on this main stage, dominating Liquid in these team fights. Resolution going absolutely ham, and it isn't just the Rezo show, it's his full team enabling him. The track plays Roger on this Bounty Hunter. Just getting so much done for the team. And you see Rezo, he's just focusing the tower. He wants the tower first, then he turns back for the kills. And again, playing on the edge of his life, does not have time-lapse yet to rely on, and he just swags it out of there with the Shikuchi.
It was actually so close to him dying there, but you see how aggressive he's playing. There's like no downtime right now for Rezo. every single situation. It's not like he goes back to farm. He just goes, looks for a rune, goes for a kill, non-stop looking for GH to try to punish Liquid. Since he is still pretty hard to kill. The only real thing that they have for him is the Spirit Breaker, but with that Linken's, it's a very tough thing to bring down. This Weaver is very elusive. Now with the full Maelstrom picked up, gonna be going for the BKB next. And he's got that magic immunity. It's gonna be very scary for Liquid. But now, you know, Liquid's draft is all about getting that Aghanim timing, and it's getting closer and closer. 1600 away for GH now.
Now Roshan is up. We'll see it either side. Looks to take it. We saw previously how Liquid can find it. And Liquid themselves, they will get a free pick here. Roger caught out in the river. Reaper sight down. Make sure that bounty's out for as long as possible. 65 seconds without that bounty hunter.
Liquid's got pretty tired of all this invis mechanic bugging them so much, so yep, gem picked up. No more of those shenanigans.
They need to control both Roger and Rezo.
They're having too much impact on the map, just knowing when to take fights. Rezo's just showing up to all of them from that bounty hunter, giving him all the vision. Roche is back up now. Does get scouted out.
Tower is under attack.
Liquid has a very good team to Roche with the Insatiable Hunger and the Beastmaster.
Got away with it last time. Liquid looking like they have a pretty good shot at getting away with it again. Rezo is in the neighborhood though. A couple of hits on Takura already. This will be procced. He has to be a little careful now in case he gets locked down further. He tried to turn towards Kuro, but he charges. Can they get the kill? No, Rezo! He's forced out. Rezo will survive for the time being. No, the Reaper side comes in. Massive kill for Liquid. Now they can look for more. Miracle up on the high ground. Did get dragged back by Ghosting. Empire have to back off with Rezo gone.
Then for 90 as well.
Such a huge kill, an insane amount of gold as well, going towards Miracle, about 850 for that, ending the streak.
Yeah, and experience as well. That's a very over-leveled Weavers. They get a chunk going for them. It's perfect. Now they get the Aegis and the Cheese. They're starting to pick up more ways to break that Linken's, now with Dagon as well. So that's the thing, is that they don't have a crazy amount of stunts for the Weaver, but sometimes Spirit Breaker can just be enough with the Beastmaster as well.
I mean, we saw there as well, Rezo maybe relying too much on his team, getting a bit overconfident, and he did decide to stand the ground and try and finish off Kuroki.
Yeah.
But it really did come back to bite him, and now 50 seconds without the Weaver, with an insane amount of pushing power from this Broodmother. Empire could lose a lot here in this mid lane if Liquid wish to stick around with this Aegis. We'll see how well the rest of the four of them can keep them out of it. But they're standing their ground. Now with the Maledict and the Dream Coil, Matumba's got to be careful about Matumba.
Dead once, but he's got Aegis.
Will they go back in now the Aegis is gone? That's the question. Miracle gets the tower at least. And Liquid will back off after that. So Aegis expended, but it did get them that tier 3 tower. Now they can look to the shrines.
Yep. Aghanims is about to be done now. Most important thing, and Beastmaster's also building for a halberd, so more and more ways to break that link. It's all they're looking for. If they can just have that disabled, then it's super hard for this Weaver to actually get in the fight. He's elusive, but not once his Linken's is down.
Yeah, and as we saw that just there, if Rezo's out of the game, Liquid pretty free reign to do what they wish in terms of pushing, taking objectives against the other four. They need Rezo alive for that hard-hitting physical damage.
FN's starting to get up there too. No, 4-1 and 6.
We'll see it again here. I mean, it's a resolution, as you can see. He turns back towards Kuro. Feels like he can get the kill, but immediately, once that charge comes through, does get the initial time that's up, but Miracle beautifully holds onto that Reaper's side. Make sure it's there for the second time, and the big kill is granted for Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid knows they just need to pretty much expend everything on this Weaver. The other ones, their damage, they can be annoying, but it's nothing in comparison to what the Weaver's doing.
Now Liquid, she's ready to come down mid again. The wall's working on the shrine.
Empire needs BKB on Weaver, and a secondary Linken's would actually be super useful.
Matumba comes forward, but he will get caught under the sentry. First track's out, and about the flame break, has the Manta Star death ward as well. Ghosting being charged upon, he'll get Yule stuff. Liquid, Miracle, Kuroki close the gap, jump over with the Nether Strike, the Reaper's side. That's Ghosting down for 80 seconds. Already on the back.
Getting isolated.
The Resolution's gone as well.
There's no buyback, that's 70 seconds.
70! Empire, they may begin to crumble as Liquid seemingly breaking them apart. They'll get the mid-racks off the back of that. Ghosting fights back, but nothing they can do to keep this mid lane alive.
The heals, it's now nighttime though. Liquid has to retreat completely, but that's just like we were saying, that 24 to 28 minute mark is pretty much where I always see GH get that Aghanims online, and Liquid makes that push time.
They're so good at playing around it. And Rezo, he can't afford to get caught out right there. We saw him try and come in from the back lines, get himself involved.
Needs the BKB, like we said. He needs it now at this point to deal with that gem that mind control's picked up. He can't be that elusive, obnoxious hero that he was before, weaving into the back lines, finding GH and isolating him. They always see him when he runs in now.
Especially with this Dagon scaling up on Miracle.
Yeah.
They get any sort of lockdown onto Resolution and they will be able to easily burst in.
Now we've got the
last couple of
BKB
times.
for Matu. Build that we kind of expected, the Manta BKB versus what Empire has to dish out.
And Ben, he's going to be spotted out here. They've got the charge upon him.
He can pick up the Lincolns here before he goes out.
And he does.
Got it finished.
That's the Lincoln's purchase.
Still getting charged out though. Does have boots of travel, so he's pretty speedy.
He's got Orb again in a second. See if he can continue to play around with Liquid. There's the Dream Core holding back Kuroki.
Should be fine.
And that indeed will allow FN that free pass to get back to base. Resolution, yeah, in terms of that BKB, still a bit of a while to go. About 2,000 and it'll have it.
They've got a couple minutes though, downtime for the... They've got about 2.5 minutes till Liquid groups up again and goes for that push. Aegis isn't the important. Aegis and Cheese doesn't really matter for what Liquid has. All they care about is daytime for that Aghanim's Coddle. Empire trying to take advantage of that with the smoke. They know something's up. They actually started pinging it. The Beastmaster, see my control started pinging. He had the Hawk overhead where they were smoked up.
Yeah, Liquid well out of the path here of Empire. And very much grouped up on this high ground. In fact, Empire do continue to move around. Liquid themselves could look to have the favorable position to fight. They are still continuing. Balls around the posture. He's going to try and TP out here. Will he make it in time? He does the charge. Not quite close enough to connect.
Unable to find anything during that nighttime. Still about almost 2 minutes left on it. See if Empire is able to do anything still with that, but Rezo, Show's trying to get closer and closer to that BKB, 1,300 away. That's what they mean. They need that BKB to be able to take the fight versus Liquid at that next daytime.
I mean, and then sure, when he has the BKB and the Lincolns, he's going to be harder to catch, but there's still ways that they can work around it. They have multiple ways of still breaking that Lincolns through the BKB. So if Liquid's execution is absolutely tip-top, they can still control him, and they can definitely still kill him with the damage that MATUMBAMAN's offering, with the punches. I mean, even with just mind control, having that aura, getting a few bashes through from Kuro.
Roasting doing a favor for everybody, telling them the roast timer.
They have got to watch out.
So, like playing Weaver versus Earthbreaker is so difficult. It's just how naturally tanky the hero is, just how easily he can actually lock you down with his 2 spells. Because, you know, BKB piercing disables. Rezo's trying his best to get that BKB though.
Exactly the rest of the way that the lineup of Liquid's going as well. Matumba queuing up the Basher. And once he gets Basher Abyssal, even harder for Rezo in these fights. He really has to keep his distance.
30 seconds till day. Liquid's already got the lanes pushed out. Bottom lane is not in a great spot for them, but they don't care about that bottom lane. The only one that really pushes hard on Empire is Resolution. So they want to do their push timing, and they push very hard with that Beastmaster.
Empire's got to get back and do something about this. Miracle still with the cheese ready for this push. Dagon scaled right up as well. If they catch anyone, they should be able to instantly get themselves that kill with the Reaper's Sight. 5 seconds and Rezo will be able to TP back for the time being. He's putting the pressure on that bottom lane. It's to try and get that tier 3. Slowly but surely he's going for it now. He'll TP back. There's the charge onto the posture. Dream Coil will hold the cover of the back. Ghost Stick comes in, grabs in mind control, tracks him right back. The Death Ward's out as well. Mind control falling low. He's gone. MATUMBAMAN will find the kill of the Witch Doctor. Pulses BKB moving towards Ghost Stick. Resolution on the side trying to work in onto Miracle. Miracle has to go straight out. Resolution BKB as well, but they've lost Ghost Stick. MATUMBAMAN just manning up, moving in. Rezo, can he find Miracle? Is getting close and he will. Does take Miracle down. They're holding back Liquid. MATUMBAMAN does finally get the tier 3 charge. The connection, the bash. No! Time lapse just in time from Resolution. Now looking back towards Kuroki, tracks out upon him. Double kill for FN. MATUMBAMAN and GH, they're still in the base. Can they actually get out away from these two? There's going to be a buyback from Kuroki, looking to try and get back in the fight and help out. GH healed up by the blast. Rezo falling low. He does not have the time lapse again. He's got to be careful. GH indeed bringing him in, and Rezo, he's going to get taken down. Down for 80. And now with Rezo gone, Liquid, they'll be able to easily clean up a second lane of Rex. There's still the tier 2 down bottom. We'll see how much Liquid can do. I don't know if they can necessarily go for the game. I mean, the Microtrot's back up in a second. Maybe they can just look to finish it now.
They can just keep recalling everybody.
Just got MATUMBAMAN just becoming this absolute beast of a spider. They cannot deal with him. And as we saw then, GH just bringing the team in, and with the 4 of them there, they may be able to just go for the game. 50 seconds, no Rezo, no Witch Doctor. I don't think Empire could stop this. The push is too much from Liquid.
The Illuminate heals, the blinding light, just everything coming into factor there. It's too much for Rezo to kind of deal with, and being able to Kuroki to buy back.
I mean, they're trying their best, but immediately the blinding light making sure the Ghosting cannot get him out of there. And now with the Ancient exposed, GG is called. Liquid so damn good with utilizing the Keeper of the Light. GH pulling together that final finishing push.
You can just see how comfortable they are on it. It's literally like, it's so methodical, and it's, all right, just like a minute and a half before daytime, they already start solving their lane issues, and then they all gather up and go toward that top lane. Kuroki buys back,